Welcome to my channel, Wisdom and Power for Life. Susie, your host. Today, I'm talking about the importance of knowledge. This is the part 2 of the importance of knowledge. Below is the link to the part 1, and I strongly advise that we follow up with the part 1. By so doing, we have a complete understanding of what I am talking about. We understand that the world was framed by understanding and by knowledge. God framed the world by understanding and knowledge. What does this mean to us? Knowledge is the backbone of everything. There is nothing we can successfully enjoy, we can successfully create or do without knowledge. Whatever we do in life must be completed by knowledge. It must not only be completed by knowledge, it starts with knowledge and ends with knowledge. Which means our knowledge has to be constantly updated. We understand that development is moving in a very fast pace. And for this, we need an updated version of ourselves. Wherever we find ourselves, in our marriages, in our career, in our businesses, in relationship with others, there is the need to update our knowledge. It doesn't matter whether you are in a business or in a marriage or in a relationship with others, social interactions, the upbringing of our children, we can all name them. We need knowledge. And not only knowledge, knowledge is updated day by day. What does it mean for us? It means we have to pursue knowledge. We have to constantly pursue knowledge to be updated. The moment we don't update ourselves, which means we are outdated and we are no longer relevant for today. We might even find ourselves in our matrimonial homes. We can attest to the fact that many of our relationships, we are just even managing them. It doesn't mean that because a woman or a man is in a relationship, in a matrimonial home together, that they are consuming what is to be consumed in this relationship. Everything is completed with knowledge. Which means even in our matrimonial homes, we need to be updated on how to carry on relationship, on how to communicate in a relationship, on how to understand your wife, on how to understand your husband, on how to understand your friends, on how to understand your children. Knowledge is the backbone to growth, to development, to making impact, meaningful impact in whatever thing we find ourselves doing. Today, we find that the importance of knowledge has been minimized. We find that the human being is so occupied to get what he wants out of life. And what happens? Knowledge is abandoned. Hardly do you find people taking books to read. Hardly do you find people going on YouTube, on social media to search for wisdom, understanding, knowledge. Hardly. When we go to our jobs and we come back, we are so tired. Then we get up again in the same state to go back to work the next day without having been able to open a book to read, without having been able to open a video to listen, where we can get knowledge and understanding. It doesn't mean that because you are in a business and maybe you might be making little benefit from the business, you could do more if you were knowledgeable in the business you are doing. You could expand more. You could sell more if you were updated in what you are doing. It doesn't mean that because your children are still at home, you are making the most of your relationship with your children, with your husband, and with your wife. No. There is still more to get in life. There is more to get in a relationship. We can attest to the fact that many of our relationships, we are just even managing them. It doesn't mean that because a woman or a man is in a relationship, in a matrimonial home together, that they are consuming what is to be consumed in this relationship. Some of the relationships are as good as dead. Why? Because there is lack of knowledge on how to manage a matrimonial home. There is lack of knowledge on how to manage a wife, on how to manage a husband, on how to manage children. In our social groups, our friends, we might find that it doesn't still even function there. Why? Because we don't go after knowledge to know how to manage relationships. Our businesses, they stay on a small scale because we don't go for knowledge. We see how serious it is. Let's have this picture of water. Water that is not moving, which means the water is standing. It's not moving. What happens if the water stands still? What happens to the fishes in the water? What happens to the worms in the water? They die out because water is not moving. New water is not springing up. So the water starts smelling, and because it's no longer fresh, the fishes starts dying, the worms dying out. That's the same thing with knowledge. The moment we don't update, we are irrelevant. The moment we don't update, nobody needs us. An employer wouldn't go for people who are not updating. Your business will not grow if you're not updating. You wouldn't be able to consume your relationship if you're not updating. We can't consume the relationships the way God designed them if we are not updating. In our career, if we are not updating, what happens? We are not moving any forward. We are on a standstill. We are no longer relevant. We are not promoted because we are not updating. Most often, we love entertaining videos. I have nothing against them, but we should complete this with more knowledge. Find out, how do I enjoy my marriage? How do I enjoy my children? How do I prosper in my initiative? How do I prosper in my business? What book should I read? What seminar should I attend? Where should I go? To whom should I talk? Where can I get advice? How many times do we think of such things and we stay the same, outdated? That's why we have problems. Even our brain stays healthy through knowledge. You would find that here in Europe, Even at the age of 60, people go to school. 70, you find some people at that age going to school. When you ask them, they're not going out for certificate. They have lots of them. They will tell you they want to keep their brain working, functioning. You will find a 90-year-old woman still reading her book. Yeah, the importance of knowledge. The importance of knowledge. We mostly invest in wrong things. We Africans, we would wear the latest mark, looking for the latest trend, the latest cosmetic, the latest shoe, the latest handbag, the latest shirt. We invest in wrong things. Hardly do we think of updating our brains, updating the stand of our knowledge. We invest in wrong things. The greatest investment is done in knowledge. Even those who say, I can't read, the moment they understand how important knowledge is in this generation and will continue to be even after this generation, they would go to learn how to read. They would spend their money, no matter what it takes them, to learn how to read and write. Not in this generation. All the opportunities are there to upgrade. There is no excuse. Everything is available for upgrading. We can do it on internet, online. Social media has offered great opportunities. Why not we use these opportunities? Upgrade. Let's invest in knowledge. Let's listen to wise teachings. Even if you have a cleaning firm or you are doing cleaning jobs somewhere, be updated on how cleaning is best done. Get to be the best version of yourself. Get to come to enjoy yourself. The moment you start updating, you'll be enjoying whatever you are doing because you'll be doing it with much knowledge. You will be passionate about it. Your passion will stay because reading about it means you are enjoying it. Reading about it means you are getting to be one with what you're doing. And the passion will stay. Let's go for knowledge. Whatever we are doing, no matter the size of what we are doing, we have in our hands. Let's go for knowledge so that we can sell better. So that we can expand. So that we're going to grow in confidence, in courage. We are going to stand with our head and shoulders tall. We are going to be given a voice wherever we go. Let's update. Let's be on demand. Let's dream to have large-scale businesses. Even if they are small ones, update them so that you can sell better. Be relevant, innovative and creative, and even foresightedness. Dreams, visions can only come when we read books, when we do research. When we read somebody's book, our eyes are open and we get visions, insight, and we dream of bigger things. You would find people having big dreams from books they read because their scope have been expanded by those books. Their eyes have been opened. Now they have gotten to be foresighted. They are having big visions and dreams and they go for them. And they know the how, what, and where. Why? Because they search in books. They got them from books. Buy one book and start reading that one book. Choose a topic that you are passionate about and start reading that one book. Develop the passion to read and expand your knowledge. As you do so, you would enjoy your marriage as you get the skills, the knowledge, the wisdom and understanding on how to manage this. As you read books, depending on the business you're doing, choose a book. Call those who have been successful in their businesses, talk to them. Get recommendations. And you will expand. You will start growing in confidence. Yes. Thank you.